Hello everybody, welcome to the next episode of RUSE. Yeah, this week I'm gonna have lots of replays from subscribers because that's what I wanna still keep doing in the future. So if people wanna send me replays of their own, I don't care if they're beginners or pros or not. I'm gonna show one replay per person anyway because I think especially for beginners that are starting to like the game, it can be very cool for them to have one of their own replays in the internet, and maybe some pro players can give them some advice on how to yeah, get better and everything. So this week's gonna be lots of replays from subscribers. One thing I have to say before, to make more subscriber replays, I'm gonna do the subscriber replays only in the language of the person that sent it to me, so that they can understand what I'm saying definitely. Um, this game is gonna be from somebody who talks English, that's why I'm talking English, but in the future there's gonna be some replays where I'm gonna only be talking German. But what I'm gonna do is, if more than 2 or 3 people wanna see a game that I have done in German, then just tell me if you wanna see it. Very important. Then I'll do it in German. Then I'll do it in English also. But normally subscriber replays I'm gonna only do in the language of the person because there's so many people sending me replays, and I wanna give everybody the chance to have a game in the internet. But that's why I'm gonna only do it in one language. But again, if somebody wants to see a German subscriber replay in English, then just tell me. And if it's more than 2 or 3 people, sure, then I'll do it again in English. Or if somebody from the German people wants to see an English replay, then if more of 2 or 3 people want to do that, they can tell me too, and I'll do it in German then. Okay, so I hope none of the subscribers are going to be mad that I'm just doing it in one language, but the only reason is I want to do as much as possible. Yeah. So today we're on a map Center of Gravity. This game is from NoCookiezforU. We had 1 or 2 replays from him already. This is going to be the next one. Let's look at the teams and we'll go right in the game. So Team Blue left side, we got Smatsnego. Okay, I don't know what this means. Let's just say Smack. He's playing as American. In the middle, NoCookiezforU as a British. On the right side, Scorpion as a Japan guy. I think I can remember because NoCookies sent this replay a long time ago, but I think he told me this guy over here is a friend of his, so they probably know each other. But I don't know if they're on TeamSpeak. I think they're only chatting or stuff like that. Yeah. Team Red, we got Nasvetin as the American right. In the middle, we got Gio as a Italian. And left, we got Crazy Headshot as a German. I would say let's just kick it off and see what's happening. Look at the rules first a little bit. Okay, so down here, Team Blue side, we got a little blitz already. NoCookies is getting himself a camouflage and a blitz. Okay. Rules-wise, Team Red is doing the same stuff. Very funny. Yeah, Italian guy is getting an airfield. You can do that. It's gonna take a while until you have enough planes because it's more expensive than the British is. Okay, so what's NoCookiezforU starting off with now? Okay, back here the Americans getting M16s very fast. Why not? They're mobile and can help out. NoCookies is pumping out a recon very fast to see which kind of buildings or movements are happening. Also, he's going right into the middle guy because he's trying to see. Yeah, now he knows. Okay, he's got an airfield. Always good to do. So his American ally down here is pumping a lot of recons out. Yeah, some of you might maybe think, oh, wow, that's too much. Why did you waste so much money? But I don't think that way. I think recon is the most important almost in the game, especially in the early game. Because then you see what the enemy is building and can react right away. Very nasty. That's an interesting start. So NoCookies went right to Wellington bombers. Good idea. Very, very early bombers. But that way you can bomb some stuff in the early game, and that can be a big problem for Team Red. Okay, over here the American pumped out a Greyhound right away. Or 2 already. Yeah, Greyhounds are okay for the early game because they can push back recons and everything. But they see, 1 Greyhound costs 25 bucks. For the same amount of money you could get 5 Willies. So that's the thing you could think about probably. Yeah. the Italian air guy is probably researching the advanced fighters, which is a good idea, but it's gonna take a while. Yeah, and now NoCookies can work on the buildings and everything. Nice job, he's focusing on the AA gun. Took down the AA base. Yeah, but now Italian guys pumped out an advanced fighter. He's gonna take down the bomber for sure. But it was worth the early attack. Maybe NoCookies could have took down these two supply depots in the right flying angle. That would have been a massive damage to Team Red. Yeah, okay, so this is interesting. So the American guy here managed to get a barracks right here to this side. He's also got one back here, and he's got one back here to research and pump out faster in general. NoCookiezforU had two airfields, and the Japan guy went right to the middle with a secondary HQ and a barracks also. Okay, he's also pumping out recons. That's not necessary normally, but yeah, okay, maybe there's randoms. Okay, Italian guy is pumping up more and more planes now. Okay, over here, Smack. He researched the Rangers, very good decision, pumping out lots of them on the sides. Yeah, and Team Red should be doing something against this barracks. It's pretty close to the enemy. Not that good to have, but the American guy back here he wasted lots of money in the early game, so he can't produce that many stuff against the infantry. He can use the Greyhounds, but they're gonna take a while until they take down the infantry. Okay, in the meanwhile, NoCookies got himself some Spitfire out. Okay, here, Americans pumping light tanks and Stuarts. Okay. Good thing is Team Red went right to the middle with buildings, taking supply depots there, definitely. Here the Italian air guy is starting to support. Now NoCookies is moving up with his Spitfire. Nice job, he focused on the M16s. Yeah, that's the problem with M16s. If you got fighters, you can take them out very easy. 2-on-1 and instead 15 points for free. Okay, yeah, okay, for here, Stuarts were enough. They're pushing back the infantry, but the American guy here is sneaking around all the time with his infantry guy. That's very annoying for the American, because he had to build a armor base back here now. He built himself a machine gun position, has to keep this stuff in, he has to watch it. Okay, the Italian air guy has got lots of advanced fighters now. Okay. Japan guy over here, he's researching all the time probably. Okay, back here they're starting to secure the cities on the sides. Yeah, but this is very, very, very annoying. These infantry guys, they don't cost much, but they're keeping the Team Red pretty busy, because even the air guy has to snipe stuff all the time. Yeah, and that's one thing. If you overexpand in the beginning, for example, the American here got armor base right away, pumped out these expensive Greyhounds, and then he didn't have that much money to research and stuff. And that's a problem, because if you would have got a barracks, pumped out 2 or 3 recons, researched the Rangers, then he would have been in a better position. But now the air guy has to help him. But nice job from the American infantry, coming from different positions, annoying all the time. Yeah, with Blitz and Fanatism you can mess up this Greyhound very easy. Okay. NoCookies tried to do some stuff with his bomber, probably take down the machine gun positions, but yeah, Italian air guy was watching and took down the plane. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and because the American didn't have that much money left to defend against infantry, he had to build lots of Stuarts. Yeah, I don't like Stuarts at all. Stupid tanks, but if you have to, if you're in an emergency situation, you have to get them, sure. Okay, so that's what the Japan guy was researching. Chiri. Yeah, they're not that bad, but I don't like their armor. Armor 3. Not that good, I have to say. Okay, so here, the American just managed to take over a barracks for a while, take over a supply depot for a while. Always good to annoy. Yeah, Team Blue is not taking any supply depots in the front yet at all. Italian is still sniping infantry all the time. Now comes NoCookiezforU. good situation. Ah, he should have tried to take down the planes now because they're all empty, all blinking. These are points for free. Yeah, he's gonna go in now, I hope. There's a little AA on the ground here. Okay, so these Chiri sure against Panzer III, they're gonna kick the ass very easy. Maybe the Germans should have built a blockhouse or something like that to defend. Yeah, go in, take out the... Okay, now the Italian guy is starting the planes as soon as they land on the airfield again. So they are in the air fast to defend. Yeah. So here the Japan guy is in a good situation. He can take down everything without a problem. Same time, infantry guys from the American, they're annoying all the time, keeping the American over here focused. But the good thing is he's keeping him focused inside of his own base. Yeah, this was very important that the tanks approached here, because they have to stop this income flow. That's not good. Okay, Italian is always sniping stuff as much as he can. Now back here the American got himself a priest. Here some of the heavy German infantry guys are trying to sneak by in the middle or something like that. Yeah, see? With Blitz, Rangers can kick ass from Stewards very easy if they have a lot of infantry guys. Okay, so now, yeah, NoCookies supported here a little bit. Yeah, here's the allies moving up and the infantry is sniping some stuff with the bazookas. Yeah, these are very slow and they're being surrounded right now. Yeah, Japan guys are taking down the buildings without a problem. Okay. More and more priests coming out back here. Yeah, that's the problem with for the US. If you want to get artillery, it's pretty expensive, I have to say. This priest costs $35 a piece, and if you would be France, for example, you could get 3 artillery guns for the same cost. Okay, now it's gonna be an air battle probably. Does NoCookiezforU have enough planes here? Okay, he's putting in a 1 wave and now comes a 2nd wave of planes. Okay, didn't loot that much. Okay, now NoCookies is starting to get some hurricanes to work on some recons. Yeah, here. Yeah, nice pressure from the American ground guy. He's almost only using infantry with blitz and everything, and that's pretty dangerous. That's a good example how to see. Okay, Japan guys pumping out some infantry guys, also getting some AA guns out. Over here the American built himself an AA base, pumping out some M16s a little bit. That's gonna be a good support against the planes. Okay, yeah, now NoCookies is getting more and more planes, trying to keep air superiority. That's a pretty good idea. Back here there's some tanks are pushing back the AA guns. Here are some fightings happening in the woods. Lots of Rangers approaching. Okay, NoCookies did an air battle now, and I think this time he took down a few planes from Italy. Ah, okay, so now over here the Japan guy is trying to sneak around on this side. Oh, that's very nasty. Here's the attack happening with blitz and everything. Americans taking over, took a barracks, so now he can pump more and more infantry. Wow, it's gonna be very nasty. Ah, but nice job, the red guy took out the barracks very fast, so there can't be too many infantry guys produced. Yeah, I think these are the right decision here now, to do a huge amount of splash damage. But this is a problem. Yeah. Sure, Italian is trying to support as good as he can, but the losses have been pretty big, especially on this side because of the infantry guy. Here comes the Japan guy sneaking through with some infantry guys. Okay, the Italian guy hasn't even noticed that, I think. He's being focused on the planes. Okay, because NoCookiezforU is approaching. That's why. Okay, he took over some buildings now. Yeah, that's why it's over here in the middle for sure. Okay, we can do a little faster, I think. So, very sneaky game. Early attacks from the American ground guy with cheap units, keeping the guys busy. At the same time, NoCookies built up his air army as big as possible. Yeah, right, and the early bombing from him was very good too, I think. While all this was happening, the Japan guy researched the heavy tanks, and then he could attack with them. Ah, there's a few AT guns in the woods back there. Yeah, but the Japan guy took over everything here, so that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, it's over now. Okay, no, I think it was a pretty interesting short one, very aggressive one from Team Blue. So thanks to them, but also thanks to everybody in this game. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and then I would say, see you next time. Bye bye.